Hello everyone. This is my new vlog, and I would like to talk about um, how life is unpredictable. We saw the earthquake the other day in Afghanistan, and I mean it's unbelievable how overnight thousand people just disappear, from the face of the earth. And I mean, there are much worse things that have happened in the world before as well. And um, this is the circle of life. This is what um, happens, regardless of what species you are. It doesn't matter if you're human or an ant. The nature has its own laws, right? And I strongly believe in the karmic cycle. Every soul has a purpose, and it is evolving uh, constantly. Like you may believe that, oh, just because I am XYZ, I am going to live for 75 years or 90 years or 100 years or whatever. You can assume anything. People plan so much. So some people it works out, but uh, it's up to God at the end of the day, right? You can try your best. And yeah, so I mean, of course, for me, it's easy to say that because I am not a practical person at all. It's silly when you think about it, but uh, I guess it's something that we all question at some point in our life, that if everything is predetermined or not. And a person who is going to be like really practical will most likely say that, no, I'm in control, you know of my destiny. And a person who is emotional, he will probably believe in astrology and unseen, the spiritual side of things, um, right? And so yeah, it's like everybody has a different personality, and our beliefs are based on that. Like, for example, I see myself I have acquired so many beliefs that are, I feel, that they they're not compatible with who I am, but it has become a part of my system. This superstitions, like evil eye and black magic, and uh, other insecurities, and they manifest in your life. I think you may not realize it, but uh, everything you experience is a form of manifestation uh, of your inner psyche. And anyways, so yeah, life is unpredictable. Anything is possible, and the mystical, everything is controlled in the mystical realm. You know, we think that there's this Illuminati controlling the world and everything, but they are just uh, they're just people. They may think they have all the power, but they don't. They can never have the power. They are enslaved, whoever it is, and they are a part of the higher plan. It's all about yin and yang, and just like saints are serving God, they are not independent. They have been given certain uh, duties or authority to perform a certain role in the universe. The same way, the people who are agents of the devil, they may be demons or human or whatever, they are playing their role in the universe, and ultimately, when we see things from a mystical realm, uh, we understand that things are not the way they seem. For example, in Quran there is this surah or chapter where Prophet Moses, he has reached this point in his life where he believes he is enlightened, and he wants to uh, learn more, and he happens to come across Khizr, who is this character or angel or some kind of prophet. There's no proper description about him, but he's this mystical lord. He is basically controlling time and space and history and fate of countries and all that. It's like that. It's this He's this magical creature, or what whatever you want to you can, but it's this energy, right? Just like we have Krishna, and you have Ram, Sita, whatever. They are all energies that work in the universe, and they are expressed in a symbolic way. Of course, it's how we see that, you know. So anyway, so Hazrat Khizr, he he you know uh, he takes him around, and Moses uh, asks him, about something related to uh, truth, about things that may not be apparent to to the five senses. Like, I'm not explaining it properly. I understand that. I wish I could, but what happens is that he he asks him. He tells him that, you know uh, um, I'm going to show you a few things, but you will not question me. And he says okay, and so basically they go to a village, and the village is destroyed. He destroys the village, and he's like, what did you do? And he says it's God's will. And he says, how can this be God's will? You destroy it. So he says, I told you not to question. And then they go to another place, and then there's this boy sitting in a boat, and he sinks the boat, and then he gives the boy dies, and he tells him that this is he obviously questions him, and he ignores him, saying that I told you not to. And then something else happens, which we when we see things, logically we will say this is a tragedy and this should not happen. Like we say that why isn't God doing anything about corruption and injustice and tyranny in the world? So this allegory or story, it is a reminder. So Hazrat Khizr, peace be upon him, he tells him that he gives him the reasons why he did all that. It was necessary. For example, when we see things from the from the mystical realm, because our vision is, it's completely like we are seeing things logically or from our lens, but when we see things from God's point of view, it's all neutral. There are, there's divine wisdom, like angels uh, are always around us. They are angels and the higher beings or saints. They are in the spiritual realm, in this, uh, higher planes of consciousness. Just like in the lower planes, it's all happening in the unseen, the ghaib, which we call it. Now it's all here and now. Yet it's there is no time or space. Yet there are different dimensions which are interconnected. We can call them parallel universes. So there are demons and different agents of the devil working. Anyway, so the point is that ultimately it's all being controlled, uh, you know, through God's command, right? It's not that everything is God's will, of course not. I mean, it is happening through the power of God, but it's not the desire of God that, that's where wisdom comes in. That everything is not, you can't say that, oh, I mean, um, so yeah, the point is, what I'm trying to say is that we have to understand how this whole universe is functioning. It's not so simple that, like scientists believe that the earth was created out of a random event and people just started, being born and evolving and all that rubbish. I mean, uh, you can believe whatever you want to, but I guess the point is that only God can inspire you to believe in Him, you know, just like He has put soul in this body, He has given you life, He has made you conscious, He has given you awareness or, you know, this beingness, uh, sense of existence. So, the same way, he is taking care of everything else. And coming back to the mysticism part, that's what I find very fascinating. Like you see in Doctor Strange, you know, uh, they talk about something similar. How uh, the people who have divine knowledge, they are able to uh, bend time and space. They can perform different things, but again, one can only do how much they have been given the authority. For example, in spirituality, they believe that we are all puppets, but we also have certain limitations of free will. Like so it's a very interesting concept that we like we are entirely dependent on God, but at the same time, we have this freedom to choose, and there are consequences. Now nobody can completely understand that, oh, okay, um, why did I make certain. Sometimes we don't know why I said this thing and why I did that. So, and there's no point in, because you see, we are receiving so much in this moment that we can't come up with a certain answer for everything. Everything is happening in this moment, simultaneously, and it's so quick that the human mind, an average consciousness, cannot process that, because we are using like 5% of our brain, and only someone who is a kalandar or a highly spiritual person can process or understand that, because he has earned that status. And that, like in Spider-Man, they say great powers bring great responsibility, and it's absolutely true, because uh, if God has given you certain wealth, for example, if you're a rich person or you have received so much money in this life, you also have certain responsibility. If you have been given a normal body, let's say a good health, you have to make use of that in a certain way. If you have been given knowledge, education, you have to make use of that. The same way, if you have spiritual knowledge, uh, you have there is a responsibility attached to it. And people who misuse that, they uh, they fall from grace, and they just like this, the story of uh, how Lucifer, he was the he was the closest to God, and he was an angel, but he refused to bow down because of his arrogance and jealousy, and he was abandoned and thrown, in hell. Which means, of course, there is a physical existence of that. At the same time, there is a it's metaphorical that what hell is absence of God. The more you're close to God, you are, moving closer to heaven. It's all within you, right? So when we are, you know, sad, and we are just complaining and feeling this lack, it's that is in a way hell, because you're not connected to God, you're not feeling close to God. So yeah, it's very tempting to know the secrets of the universe, but what matters is that what you do for others in this life. Otherwise, uh, your life becomes meaningless. The peace you get from serving others, or just, I mean, I wish to, be on track on, and I pray to God that uh, we all are guided on the right path. We all are, uh, blessed, and we can be close to God as much as possible. And yeah, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and do share and subscribe if you like. And don't forget to give your feedback. Take care.